Hi, the purpose of this video is to explain how you should start prepping. For good rule of thumb, you need at 1 gallon of water to stay alive a day. 3 is a like top of the line, so I'd go with about 2 gallons of water a day per person. And then 2,000 calories a day. If you want to go with basic things, this is a 1-pound bag of beans for about $1, and it takes about half a gallon to soak at night. There's 13 servings in 1 pound of beans, and I would not buy this minute rice. I would buy a bag of rice. It's just I did not want to go to and pull out all those bags out of storage. I just grabbed this out of a cabinet upstairs, so I didn't want to go downstairs and get real bags of rice. And that would be pretty bland. So seasonings, a 50-cent bottle of seasonings now may sound stupid to some of you, but it'll be worth it. It'll be a pleasure in life later if this does happen. Bouillon cubes also will make that taste better. You will need cooking methods. This is a small can of Sterno for 50 cents at a surplus store, but that's not what I'd suggest. I did not want to go downstairs and get the stove we have, but I'll show some things at the end of this when I put it on YouTube. And if you're eating this, you'll not have all the nutrients. So, well, this is a half-empty thing of multivitamins for kids because my brother's no longer a kid, so he takes adult. You also probably want some calcium. Tums is good if you eat something, and also has calcium in it. Then you'll probably want some ibuprofen, anti-diarrhea. Tools would be good. Saw would keep you from freezing. And this is just reputation. It's not what I have. It's just showing you how you could get started. Here's a piece of fat wood. It's all natural. Let me scrape it off, and it really helps with making fires. Sewing kit for something if it breaks. Then a hammer. Rope. It may sound dumb now, but rope could be very helpful in an SHTF situation. This is a small kit of tools. It was like $15, but it's pretty cheap, but it has some basic tools in it. Hygiene will be good, so toothpaste and a toothbrush for every member, not just one. Toothbrush for every member, but every member of your family gets one toothbrush. Soap, again, hygiene. That super glue there goes with the tools. And Band-Aids, rubbing alcohol, those are good things to have, although you should have a big first aid kit already. Instead of just rice and beans, you could also mix it up with some of this rice. It's pretty good. It also tastes a lot better than just beans and rice, but beans and rice give you complete proteins, and people in South America, Latin America, survived on rice and black beans for hundreds of years. All those are pinto beans from a while ago. That's why they were upstairs. We need to eat them. You know, when you get large piles of food like we do, you need to rotate your food. That way it doesn't all go bad. Soups are good, basic soups. And also, if you get a few cans of meat, this is canned chicken, throw it in with your food every once in a while. That's another delight. That would be rare. So, and if you have all these supplies and you don't have weapons to defend yourself, that's pretty much useless. And I would have a good hunting knife, defensive knife. It's a fixed blade buck. This is $40 at Walmart. Came pretty sharp, but with sharpeners, that's not the one I used, but I made even sharper. Then ammunition for weapons. This is 22. This is 20 rounds of surplus ammunition, just representative. Also have some small good pocket knives. That's just a cheap one and way sharpen your edged weapons. And if your weapon's magazine fed, this is just a 22 magazine. Only have 2 bullets in there for representation. Here, this is to Mossberg 702 semi-automatic, 22 rifle. I'd go with a rifle first. Rifle is more important. So this Mossberg 702, it's not my go-to gun, but it is a cheap 22. That's why I would use it as a, if you're low on budget. This is also to a cheap surplus weapon, Russian variety, although I'm not for communism. So, and don't go out and not waste your money, but don't go blow all your paycheck just to get a bunch of food, because if you can't pay your bills, it's useless, because you'll lose more stuff in the long run. So start out small, maybe a week's worth of stuff, week's worth of food and water, then maybe some basic medications and an extra toothbrush and some extra toothpaste, and a basic weapon, some extra ammunition, like this $100 702 Poinkster. And 22s is not it, but that's how I would start off, because you can do a bunch of stuff with the 22. You know, it's pretty small. Then I would save up. Even if you can't afford a huge rifle, you can get a Mosin Nagant here. It's a 7.62 by 54R for about $100 to $200 at just about any gun store. Then these rounds are about 8 cents a piece. That's pretty good compared to your 223 or 556, which are the same round basically. Just the military has more power in it. It's a hotter round. Or your AK or your 308. All 3 of those are the 3 most common rounds ever, or in the world. There's been more AKs produced than any other weapon. But if you don't buy something you can't afford to shoot, because a weapon is useless if you just can't shoot it. So don't waste your money on something you can't afford to shoot. And also here is a luxury. It's a lamp, and it's just the lamp in this box. But then from a old stove we used, or the stove we do have, not old, but we used to have these for the stove. But we got several 5-gallon, or those big propane tanks. I'm not sure how big they are. So now I just use that for my camping light. And salt. You can do more than just season things with salt. And don't just get sea salt. Get the italicized salt, because you need the italicized or iodine in the salt if you're not getting regular food. So get the italicized salt. Then also here is a Light My Fire army model, I believe. And here's some, not toothpicks, but flossers. Because flossing, if I had to choose between brushing my teeth, flossing, my dentist said floss. Get a copy of your Constitution, because you need to know how great our country is, and you need to pray God that our country never falls apart. But if it does, you should be prepared. I got that at the National Archives in D.C. when I was in there. And you would want a hat of some sort, protect your head, and I assume most of you have extra clothing. Another luxury item you might want is facial tissues. And I'm going to stop at 9 minutes because I'm going to add some pictures in, things you also would want. So, thank you, bye.